There's no way in hell I'm going in it. Super bad to the point where I feel like I'm gonna die. So I start yelling for help. That's the exact way that my mom almost drowned also. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys a little story time. I've never filmed a story time before, so I definitely don't really know how to tell them super good. But I thought that this one was too good to not tell on this channel. So this story time happened a little while ago. Definitely all the people, like my friends who were there when this happened, are probably gonna look at this video and laugh at me. But if you guys want a good laugh and just hear what the hell happened to me, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so this story time happened like years ago. I want to say a little disclaimer before I go on with this story so you guys can kind of get like a little background. So I'm not a good swimmer. I mean, I can definitely swim, you know, I swim in pools, whatever, and I'm good. But when it comes to the ocean, I'm definitely not an athletic swimmer, so it's a little bit, you know. My parents weren't like surfers or anything like that, so, you know, I wasn't taught how to swim in the ocean. I wasn't taught what the ocean does, what, you know, how powerful it is. Also, my mom always told me to not go in the ocean. Like, don't swim in it, don't go far out in it. Obviously, she said this out of love because she had an experience when she was younger, how she almost drowned in the ocean also, which is ironic, and you'll see at the end. But yeah, my mom always told me don't go in the ocean unless I'm there. But obviously, I rebelled against her because I was an 8th grader, and I was like, all right, I won't, and I did, so. Okay, so this story time takes place back in 8th grade. Long time ago, like I'm a junior now, so like 3-4 years. I think I was around like 14 at the time. 8th grade, spring semester, you know, we're about to go into summer. So everyone would always go to the beach around this time. Like everyone would go, like California, you know, it's always hot here. We all go to the beach on the weekends and, you know, just have a grand time as 8th graders. So we would always go to the beach and, you know, I would go in the ocean. Obviously, I was terrified as hell of it. But, you know, that didn't keep me from it because my friends would pressure me into going in. And I remember the first time I went in, it was so, like, gratifying, like, going in. And it was so freeing until this day. So, one weekend, I had, like, this little friend group. So, it was basically, like, it was, like, us 4 girls, right? Yes. 4 girls, and then it was, like, 6 or 5 guys, and we were all kind of part of this like big friend group. That was like the one thing that we would do on the weekends, and you know, later that night we would just like hang out. One weekend we decided to go to the beach, and oh my god, we would like ask our moms or like Uber to the beach, and we Ubered to this one beach where it was like the beach, and then we would take a trolley down to the beach that we would always go to. On Laguna Beach, there's like trolleys that can take you places. It's a bus basically. I don't know why I have to explain this, but it's for free, and like literally all the kids go on it. It's very beachy, you know, so we would go on that and we'd take it down to the beach that we would go to. This beach was like the end of the trolley stops. It was the last stop that you could get off on. We get off at this beach, and I've been to this beach before and I've gone in it before, so it's not like, oh my god, like what's this beach like? We set up our blankets, we set up our towels, and you know, put on music and, you know, eat our snacks, whatever, and then we get in the ocean, we're just chilling, swimming, it's a good time. I think this day I only went with one of my other girlfriends out of the group, and then I think it was like 4 other of our guy friends that went. Hopefully you guys can picture this. So we're swimming, having a good time, you know, it's like every other beach weekend. We go to the beach, have a good time, whatever. Our guy friends would normally bodyboard like on the beach and, you know, go further in. 2 of our guy friends were on the other side of the beach, like the farthest end of where we were, and they were just bodyboarding. My girlfriend and I and our other guy friend, we walked down to the other side of the beach to go and see what they're doing, just to, you know, check it out. So we're watching them, and all of a sudden, 2 waves like crash against each other. I had no idea what this meant. I mean, I wasn't taught as a child, you know, how to get away from a rip current, how to swim away, what it even looks like. I had no idea what this was, but I was like, okay, that looks kind of weird. Like in my head, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going in it. And I went in it. My friend, she sees that, and she's like, whoa, like, oh my god, we have to go in, like, let's go in. And I'm like, yeah. Our 2 friends that were in the ocean, they basically got out. And so the 3 of us, my girlfriend and our guy friend, we basically just go in and, you know, swim like you do in the ocean. So we're swimming, having a good time. Then all of a sudden, it gets harder to swim, and the current is getting really, really bad. And my girlfriend is like, she tells me we have to swim to the side in order to get away from it and to get out of it and to get back to shore or whatever, or to just get away from it in general. So I'm like, okay, yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do in a rip current. You're supposed to swim sideways, which I didn't know that. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm trying to swim, and I can't swim. I can't swim that good. I'm not an athletic swimmer. I definitely was taught how to swim, but I'm not a strong swimmer. I mean, I have like 0 arm muscle, so I'm not like a good swimmer where I could push through really rough currents easily. They're swimming perfectly fine because they've been in the ocean so many times. They surf and I don't surf. Obviously, if you're a surfer, you definitely have to learn how to swim really good. They're doing it perfectly fine. They're chilling, they're going, they're making progress. I'm still behind them, and I'm starting to get like further behind them. And then so my friend, she tells me, grab onto my legs so that I can pull you out faster and so you won't lose me. So I'm like grabbing onto her ankle. This did not work out at all. I couldn't really keep up with her. I was just dragging her back because obviously the current is really strong, so it's like pushing everything back, and we were basically just getting like drifted further away from shore, which is really dangerous actually, because obviously you could drown if you get really far away from shore. They're way ahead of me at this point because I let go of her ankle because I was holding her back, and she told me, you know what, you're gonna have to do this on your own, like you could do this, because I was holding her back. I'm trying to swim, and then they're like already like far away from me, and I'm basically by myself at this point. I'm like on this side of the ocean all by myself. There's no one else in the water with me except for like on the far side of the ocean. So the rip current was like only on this side of the ocean, and I was all by myself. I have no idea what to do, and I was freaking out because I was by myself and I thought I was gonna drown. At this point, the current is really bad, and I keep getting like dunked over by waves. Waves are literally crashing on me like over and over and over again, to the point where I couldn't really catch a good breath, and I start hyperventilating. I keep getting pulled away farther from shore. Also, let me point this out. I get really bad panic attacks, like super bad, to the point where I feel like I'm gonna die. And I've gotten them ever since I was really, really little. Picture this, I'm in the ocean, stuck in a rip current, and I start getting a panic attack. Then I start hyperventilating. You guys, I was hyperventilating so bad I couldn't even catch a breath. That's the last thing that you want to do in the ocean or in water in general, because then, you know, you're not breathing properly and you definitely can drown. So my dumbass was hyperventilating because I had no idea what to do in that situation. Obviously, I've never been stuck in a rip current before, so there's a first time for everything. This whole time, I kept thinking like, I want to be on land, I want to be on the sand, like I want to feel the land, a solid ground. I'm not even thinking about all the animals that could be in the ocean right next to me, like swimming under my feet. I wasn't thinking of sharks or anything, because all I can think about is if I'm gonna live to see tomorrow, you know? But I remember in the midst of all of this really terrible feeling, and I could feel it in my stomach. I had this feeling for a split second, and oh my god, I accepted that I was gonna die. You guys don't even understand how terrifying that feeling was. I literally felt it in my stomach, like so terrified. Legit thought I was gonna die, and I already pictured myself drowning, like just floating to the bottom of the sea. So yeah, I felt that, and it was honestly so freaking scary. Like, if you ever been in like a near-death situation and like you kind of accepted that this is how you're gonna die. I literally said that in my mind. I remember saying it, this is how I'm gonna die, and my mom is gonna be so sad. Like, I remember these things, like thinking of them. But if any of you guys have been in a near-death situation and you come to the realization that you probably will die and this is how you're gonna die, it is so terrifying that you could literally feel it like physically in your body. I noticed that my friends are like on the shore just like laughing at me, which is whatever, you know, like they probably thought of it as a joke, because anyone would probably laugh, like I don't freaking know. So all of a sudden I see them and I'm like, okay, I have to play this cool, you know, because I don't want to be embarrassed, and legit everyone on the shore was probably looking at me like, girl, you need to get out of there. So I start yelling for help, and I'm doing this as a joke, you know, as a joke at first, to, you know, play it cool somehow. Although I don't know how that's playing it cool, but I was trying to make it seem like I was making fun of myself, to be honest. So I'm literally waving my hands like this, and I'm like, help. At first I meant it as a joke, but then I actually started yelling for help. Like, I was being serious. I was literally screaming for help, like waving my hands like this so someone could see me, and I was screaming for help. And this was like the lowest point of my life. Like, that is the lowest point. So yeah, I'm screaming for help and hoping someone sees me. Well, just my luck, there was no lifeguard on duty that day. Even more my luck, there was a lifeguard there, but he wasn't on duty, so he was just chilling on the beach, enjoying not being at work or doing work until I, you know, waved help. So he must have seen me like yelp for help. I see that he's like starting to run towards me, you know, coming to save my little ass. I saw him like dive in, and then he like grabs me, whatever. Obviously I was freaking grateful to the gods for sending this man to come save me. So he grabs me and he's swimming with me to go back to shore, the place where I effed up. I remember like when he was carrying me and like swimming with me, I kept telling him, I was like literally on the edge of tears. I was like screaming at him like, I don't want to die, like I want to live, like hurry, hurry. And I kept telling him that, and he was laughing, of course, because obviously he's a lifeguard. He like, Urban currents are nothing to him. You know, they're trained to swim like super freaking good. We get to shore. I see all my friends laughing at me. Honestly, I tried to play it so cool, even though it was not cool. I remember I was wearing these little thong bottoms, like those thong bathing suits that you wear when you want to go tanning, and I could just sense everyone staring at me, and it was so damn uncomfortable. My friends were all asking me, you know, if I'm okay and all that, and I say, yes, I'm fine, you know, I'm trying to play it cool, because that was literally the most embarrassing moment of my life. My heart was racing so fast. Like, even when I was laying down, I was like still trying to like catch my breath, and it just felt like so good feeling the sun dry up the water on my body. Like, I literally remember these moments, you guys. I'm not even lying, you guys. After that moment, I never went back in the ocean, like ever. I probably will never go back in, just because that was literally the scariest moment of my life. What's ironic about this story though, that's the exact way that my mom almost drowned also, which is so weird and ironic, right? It's crazy, and that's literally why she always told me to never go in the ocean unless she's there. I'm really sorry, Mom. I told her this story like months after it happened. I learned my lesson the very, very hard way. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this story time, because it was a little embarrassing and funny, but still incredibly sad that that could have been the last of me. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you guys to subscribe because it would mean so much to me. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.